Hello, good morning, children. Lovely to see you today. Let's have a little look at the chat and what's been going on. Let's have a look. What have you been all about talking about? Morning to everybody who's here. Let me know your name so I can say good morning to you. Chop shots box. What's all this chat, eh? Got to be kind to nature. You're absolutely right. Who's that? Andrew Manara. Bruh, says Zane. Who we got? Zimu Begum, good morning. Don't forget, if you don't have your name as the profile name, let me know who you are, because I'm always going to forget. That's a guarantee. Ridwan, good morning. It's Khalid. Khalid Ali, good morning. Taslima Begum. Sir, you were on the news last week. You're absolutely right. We were. Good morning. Hi, Tahira, Hussein, Hamza, good morning. Zain, I don't care. Good morning to Anas. Good morning to, good morning, Mr. Jordan Reader. Be kind to animals. Yeah, got to be kind to animals. You're totally right. Ayab, good morning. You changed my dad's YouTube account to my account. Good morning, Hussein. Good morning to Ridwan, to Zainab. Reader, sorry. Good morning to Arifa. Good morning, Khalid Ali. Good morning, Sadia. Good morning, Omar. Good morning, Mohammed Mood. Good morning, Naba. Good morning. Who's Niggy Niggs again? Remind me your name. I'm going to forget every single time, so you have to tell me every morning. Good morning, Hamza. Good morning, Safia. Good morning to Rawan Yusuf. Taslima Begum, good morning. Does 3P has a meeting? Ayab, come on. What's the right grammar for that? See if you can rewrite that sentence and I'll answer you. Abdullah, good morning. Abdullah Khan, good to see you. Hey, Zainab. Abdullah Khan also, I think I've sent you your Spelling Shed logins if you go and check on your email. Good morning, Zainab. Bilal, Anisa. Good morning, Anisa. Good to see you. Hey, Anisa, you missed our girls meetup on Friday. See, we'll get another one next Friday. Good morning, Mahayman. Love to see you. Good morning, Arifa. Does 3C have a meeting? Does 3C have a meeting? I don't know. Miss Choate normally pops into the chat at some point, so let's ask her when she comes in. I think normally. I know 3D is having one because Mrs. Duncan is next door, already setting up, ready for her meeting. She'll be in the chat soon as well. Sir, doesn't the sum of the boys here have a meeting today? Yeah, 3J boys. Any 3J boys on today? You're going to be meeting at 11 o'clock with me, or maybe just a little bit before 11 o'clock. We're going to be having a little meeting. So any 3J boys, make sure you get onto Google Classroom after this. So we've got, we've got 1,000 subs. I could be using this instead, couldn't I? Well, do you know what? I'm deliberately not using this because I've wired up the internet connection because we had loads of problems with glitching last week. So Mr. Bradley, being the amazing man that he is, has very kindly gone and sorted out a professional wire. I mean, look at this. I've got wires running across the room now. Look at those, taped to the floor. Look at that long line of wires so that we can get this working without any stuttering or glitching or issues. Good morning, 3D. Good morning, Miss Duncan. Congratulations, Miss Duncan, on winning the Oxford Reading Buddy. Your class absolutely smashed it last week. I'm hoping this week 3J will win, but well done to 3D for that. Hi, Salma. Good morning. Good morning, Khalid. Oh, yeah, I've already seen you. Good morning, Daud. Good to see you. Come and join us. We're going to do a little boys meet up after this. For 3J. Who else have we got? Yusuf M. Come and join us as well. Make sure Yusuf M after this. Get onto Google Classroom. Mahaymin. Good morning, Ibrahim Mizan. Good to see you. Is your brother on as well? Good morning, Miss Duncan. It's Musa. Good morning. Sarim. Hey, Yusuf. Who we got? Salma. Good morning. Good to see you. Who else? Oh, I can't follow all these quick enough. People popping up. Yes, finally, lag should be fixed. Yeah, we're all wired up, Mr. Bradley. We need to say a big thank you to Mr. Bradley for absolutely sorting us. Petition to end Mrs. C literacy videos. They're really vital. They're really good, okay? Can't stop doing them. In fact, you're going to have to do them because it's what the school does now. It's our new scheme. Hamza, Brain, or does that say Brian? Who's Brian? Hamza, Ahmed? Ridwan, hello. Ahmed Saeed, 11 o'clock. YouTube channel has 1,000. We do have 1,000 subscribers now, which is very good. It means I can start doing stuff on the phone, which is very useful. We'll be able to go outside. Has everyone seen the snow? Oh, there was loads of snow this morning on the school playground, but it's all kind of melted now. Let's see if I can give you a little look. The playground was absolutely covered in snow this morning. And look, it's all pretty much melted away. Oh, really sad, isn't it? The snow was everywhere as well. So unfortunately, that snow is all gone. Oh, the country is going to get some amazing snow, but Birmingham, sadly, because of our location, we're missing out. We'll have a little look at that and look at the weather in a bit and talk about maybe why Birmingham misses out a little bit. Hello, everybody. Yes, Musa is here. Well done. Yes, Naba. Thank you, Mr. Bradley. I absolutely agree. Very good of him to sort it out. Ah, he meant Brain, did he? Not Brian. I was wondering who Brian was. What is Kahoot? Kahoot is fantastic. Do you know what? We need to start setting up some Kahoots. Really good little game that you guys can play. Kahoot. If you want to go and set it up afterwards and meet up with a few of your friends, go and chat to them on Google Classroom, organize a time. You go onto Kahoot, one of you hosts it, you get given a code, and then it'll be little quizzes and you can all play along. You press buttons and score. It's great fun. Do organize some Kahoot things. It's fantastic. I'm sure it will snow later on. Do you think? I'm hoping so. Let me have a quick look on my phone at the weather. I just love snow. Snow is my favorite thing. Well, it's not my total favorite thing. I mean, I like food. And I guess I've got to say my wife as well. But beyond that, oh yeah, you're absolutely right. It looks like we're going to get some heavy snow later on at about 1 o'clock. Unfortunately, because so much of it's melted, it's unlikely that the snow is going to settle. And also, it feels a bit warmer outside, although it does say the temperature is going to drop later on tonight. So maybe the snow will settle. That would be very exciting. If it snows like crazy, we can have another snow day, although I doubt we'll get another snow day. Right. Yeah, it's melting because of the sun. You're absolutely right. Also, on black materials, so especially like the playground where it is very black and dark, black absorbs heat a lot quicker. So where there is one little patch of black, it will then absorb the heat further and spread out. That's why sometimes snow melts in kind of patches, because one little bit gets melted and then you have an area of black. The black absorbs sunlight a lot more than white. White reflects sunlight. That's what that color is much the light being reflected. But when you have a kind of black color, it's absorbing all the sunlight. That's why it looks so dark. So it gets warmer, and then that one patch will be warm, and then it gets warmer and it spreads out and out and out and out. So that's why when you look at the snow outside, let's go and have one other look. You'll see that it's kind of melted in long lines and patches. Oh, it's a shame. It looked so much better earlier on. Because anyway, let's get back to this. What am I doing? We've gone past 10 o'clock. Let's start our lesson. Good morning, 3J. It is live lesson time. Our numbers are way down from what they used to be. We'd normally always have 60 people before we started and have like 70 kids in the lesson. So I need to start calling around more parents and making sure everyone remembers that the live lessons are back. But well done to all of you who are turning up so far. As per usual, we're going to start off with a little bit of news. Let me grab my sheet where I've written my news on. I do not know where I put it. Okay, I found some news over here. So I thought, as per usual, I always do a little bit of an update on how COVID and the vaccine has been going. We've given like 12 million people doses so far in Britain. It's an absolutely incredible effort. We're ahead of all other EU nations. In fact, one of the top nations on earth for doing this. It's really something you should be proud of. Well organized, well structured, really good news. And what's also good news is people are starting to trust the vaccine. You might not know this, but there were a lot of people who, there was a lot of fake news spreading, a lot of people who doubted the vaccine, who said, it will kill you, it will do this, it will do that. But now, obviously, when people have stopped reading the fake news on social media and started listening to the facts and the science, the people are beginning to trust the vaccine more and more and more, which is really good. It's interesting, isn't it? Whenever something new happens, you always have people who go, nah, that's rubbish, that's rubbish. I remember when coronavirus first came around to Britain, people used to say that coronavirus was caused by mobile phone signals. That is true. You can Google it. People used to say that 5G mobile phone signals caused and spread coronavirus, right? How crazy is that? Do you want to know? It's even crazier than that, guys. In Birmingham, in this city, people got together and they burnt down a mobile phone signal tower. That is genuinely true story. People burnt down a mobile phone signal tower because they thought that 5G mobile phones caused coronavirus, okay? And people really believed that. Yeah, it got spread around. People believed that. Well, people also believed that these vaccines were out to kill you. Or some people, do you know what? Someone told me it puts a tracking device inside you. It's crazy. But people are starting to trust it, which is really good, which means we can get the vaccine out to more people. As I'm sure you've heard, the imams across Britain, the Muslim British Council has been supporting the vaccine big time. Mosques are opening their door to become vaccination centers, which is just fantastic news, really fantastic news. Moving on to some other, you can't have lag, not from my end today. I've got super fast internet now. Mr. Bradley has plugged me into the wire. So if you're getting lag, I think it's at your end and you need to just refresh the page. Right, what do we got next? Ooh, Myanmar. Do you remember I was telling you about this country on the other side of the world? I think I found a little map to show you. So just to show you, here is a map. Here is Bangladesh. So, up here, Bangladesh. There is Thailand. So over here we've got Vietnam and Laos and Cambodia. Thailand, Bangladesh, of course, this is India. Well, this is Myanmar. You can see it's in this part of the world. And you know from last week that they have been having a big revolution. The military took control. Can anyone remember what that word I told you for when the military takes control, when people take control of the government? It began with a C. Can anyone remember it? It's a funny word. Sounds like the noise a chicken might make, maybe. Anyone remember that word? Don't worry if you don't. Maybe it'll pop up in the chat in a second. There's always a little bit of a delay. Well, the word was a coup. There was a coup. Well done. Mahayman got that straight away. Well done. There was a coup in Myanmar where the military came in with their tanks to overthrow it. Well, people have been out on the streets protesting. Can you see that that is one of the police things? The police have been firing water at them. People have been striking, saying, we're not going to go to work. We're not going to do anything. This is illegal. You can't do this to our country. People, the riot police have been out. There they are, standing there. People have been protesting non-stop in the streets. Very dangerous thing to do in Myanmar. It's not a free country like our country. People have been saying, reject the military dictatorship. Okay? They've been standing there and protesting. Don't worry, you're not too late. So this has been happening in Myanmar. People out on the streets, people protesting against the police. The police have been firing water cannons at them. Pretty crazy times all the way over on the other side of the world. Remember, that is next to Bangladesh. And Myanmar used to be called Burma, used to be part of Britain as well. It used to be part of our country. So it's always important to keep an eye on what is going on around the world. So that's quite a big story. What else is a big story? The snow is a big story. Unfortunately, Birmingham is not going to get good snow like the rest of the country. Come over here and let's have a little look at what the rest of the country have been. Let me move this wire. Let's move this. Let's have a little look at what's been going on in the rest of the country. Let's have a look. I'm going to scroll up. Here are pictures just from this week. Here's people sledging, having an absolutely great time. Oh, I love sledging so much. Some people have even gone onto the hills to get their skis. This is near in a place called Ashford, near Kent, which is down south, actually. Here is, look, one of the COVID-19 vaccine centres. This is in Colchester. Completely covered away in snow. Let's scroll down a little bit. This is out in the the Bradfield Dale in South Yorkshire. Look how much snow is covering that place. So I was hoping, my fingers were crossed, that maybe Birmingham would get another spate of snow. Unfortunately, I have been a little bit disappointed. Let's have a little look at this weather forecast. I'm not going to turn the sound on because I'll get copyright infringement, just like I probably did. I'm going to pause here. What's happened? There is a very cold air coming in from the east. You might have heard people calling it the beast from the east. Yeah, that rhyming word, beast from the east. This cold air is pushing over. Now, because of climate change, you know how the polar caps have been melting. That means that the salt levels in the water are changing. The water is becoming less salty. You might think, oh, I don't like salt, who cares? Well, it completely changes the way that the ocean flows. Believe it or not, our country is kept quite warm by something called the Gulf Stream. I might just show you this in a second. We get warm water that washes up across Britain, and it stops our weather from being crazy. It stops our weather from being too extreme. Yeah, we're rainy, we're okay, temperature not too hot, not too cold. It's a nice place to live. But if climate change carries on, we'll stop getting the Gulf Stream, and it means that in winters we might actually get a little bit colder. Let's have a little look. So here you can see cold air is coming in from the east. It's hitting Britain. Let's keep pressing play here. These are the warm patches of air. So it's pushing away that kind of warm air over there. And here you can see the weather. So this is where the snow is. Now look, this is Birmingham here. The snow is not reaching us. It goes up above us. Oh, not quite to us. Down below us. We are around here, aren't we? And we're going to miss the snow. This is where the most snow is going to lay. They're going to get 20 to 25 centimeters of snow. That's almost a ruler's worth of snow. 20 to 25 centimeters. How exciting is that? So yeah, unfortunately, you're not too late, Amara. Don't worry. You're absolutely fine. I'm still just going over the news. And it's Monday, so don't worry. We're up to 60 now. So is that all my news stories? Yeah, good news. People starting to trust the vaccine. Snow is coming. Myanmar is still in revolution. Let's have a little look at some of the work that people have been doing. We've been doing a lot of measurement, and people have been sending in some lovely work. Look at that ruler lines that have been used for that. Oh my goodness, I love ruler lines, right? Using a ruler is so important. It makes your work look neat. It makes it easy to understand, yeah? If you're ever going to go and do a job or something, you don't scribble things. Use rulers to make it look nice. Who else we've got here? Lovely people using adjectives and descriptions been going on, which is really nice. Got people who've been doing the right stuff, Mrs. C lessons, yeah? Keep doing this, building up their language on one side, doing their independent writing on the other side, excuse me. Yeah, we have reached 1,000, which is very, very exciting. So well done, all the Mrs. C stuff. Let's have a look over here. Anas, I thought I would show a piece of work that he's done because I asked you to have a go at doing the 3-picture story, didn't I? Yeah, with a little beginning, a middle, and an end. And my goodness, has Anas gone for a really good one. And you know what? I could muddle these around in all sorts of different ways. I really like it. Very, very good. So congratulations to those of you who are doing, yeah, Tabor, well done, very good work. I'm sorry, I didn't have the names for the other 2 pieces, but it's fantastic stuff. Keep up the good work, keep sending it in to us. We love looking at all the stuff we do. I've got to say, I'm going to be honest, right? Although we do get a lot of work, I would say there's maybe 12 to maybe 20 kids who always send in work. And what does that mean? That means there's about 100 children out there who are not regularly sending their teachers in work. In fact, if there's 60 children in this live stream right now, that means that at least 40 of you are not sending us in work, okay? So do send it in, email it in, send it on Google Classroom, which would be really, really good. How come live lesson is not working? Ayana, it should be working. I can see what you're writing. Maybe you just want to refresh the page. Shall I just type that in? If you're having issues, refresh. Maybe because you can't see me. If you're having issues, try refreshing. Okay. Lovely jubbly. Doha, well done. Let's, Taslima Begum, can we start our lesson, please? We did. We started ages ago. Learning about the world is an important part of your education. You've learned about a country called Myanmar. Maybe you didn't know about that country. This is lessons. We've learned what a coup is. This is lessons. We've looked at the snow. We've looked at how black materials absorb heat more. You've been learning the whole time. So you started ages ago. Right. It always starts at 5 minutes to 10, 9:55, 5 minutes to 10. That's when I start. What are we going to do? Let's do some maths. Why not? Sing some here. So, maths. We were looking last week at perimeter. And in the last lesson, it got a little bit glitchy and you didn't see what we were doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by giving you some questions. I'm going to put some shapes on the board and I'm going to tell you one of their sides. You're going to answer me what the whole perimeter of the shape. Remember, we've got perimeter. Perimeter, that is the distance around the outside of a shape. It's different to area, okay? Email or send to Google Classroom. I don't care. We look at both of them. Do them both, please, Vera, whichever one's easier for you. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape. It's different to area, which is the space inside, which we're going to come on to next. But I want to go over perimeter and make sure we got it completely solid. So I'm going to draw a few shapes here. We've got, this is a square. This is an equilateral triangle. I'm going to just put E triangle, so you know it's equilateral. I've got a regular pentagon, and I'm going to have a regular hexagon. If anyone says regular pentagon, then you know that the angles on the inside are the same. It means the length of each side is going to be the same. If someone said an irregular pentagon, well, it might not be. For example, a house is an irregular pentagon, isn't it? Yeah, the lengths are actually different on each side. So irregular and regular. Right. Now I'm going to tell you that this is going to be A, this is going to be B, this is going to be C, and this is going to be D. And what I'd like is for you to work out the perimeter of each of these shapes for me, please. So I'm going to give you one side of this square is going to be 4 centimeters. One side of this triangle is going to be 3 meters. One side of this pentagon is going to be 2 centimeters. And one side of this hexagon is going to be 5 meters. So A, B, C, D, I'd like you to work out the perimeter of each of those shapes, please. Can you find me the perimeter of each of those shapes? How are you going to find out the perimeter of A, B, C, and D? DDTN is not going to work for this one. No, that is when you find out fractions of amounts. So we're looking for the perimeter of each of these shapes. Come on, brains engaged. It's time for you to do a little bit of work. Amana, not talking about that. I want you to focus on this. Come on then, Jamila, good girl. Let's find out what are the perimeter. No, Mariam, no. Nope. Okay, Harris has had to go first. We'll come back and see if he was right. Come on then, guys, let's have a few more. What does A, B, C, and D equal? What have we got? We've only got one person trying to answer them all, which is very good. Come on, let's see what we got. Yusuf, for which one is that the answer? I don't know. Square is 14 centimeters? Nope. Oh, having answers starting to come in now. Well done, guys. Come on, year 3, says Miss Cho. Good morning, Miss Cho. I hope you're okay. Sorry you didn't win the Oxford Reading Buddy on Friday. Maybe this week. Ayab, good. Yeah. Alicina. Okay, let's have a little look. I'm going to start doing some of these, and you keep giving me answers. Right. If the square is 4 centimeters on one side, that means each side must be 4 centimeters. 4, 4, 4, 4. What are 4 fours? 4 fours, of course, are 16. So the perimeter of the square is going to be 16 centimeters. Need to make sure that we have got the units of measurement, or else it isn't the right answer, is it? Okay, let's have a look. B is the equilateral triangle. If one side is 3 meters, it's got 3 sides all the same. Got 3, 3, 3. 3 times 3 is 9. M for meters. Be careful and read the units of measurement carefully. Good morning again, Ms. Cho. Lovely to see you on here. We've got 5 sides to this regular pentagon. So 2 times 5 equals 10 centimeters. Let's check that's right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If I ran all the way around the outside of that shape, I would have run 10 centimeters. Let's have a look at this last one here then. This is a 6-sided shape. It is a hexagon, regular hexagon. Each side is 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 meters. Okay, 30 meters. Remember, the perimeter is all of the sides of the shapes added together. You've got to imagine that you're running all the way around the outside of it. And if you are, how far would you have to run? Okay, imagine I am kitting out this room here and I need to get a brand new skirting board. Yeah, that's this bit of wood down here. Okay, I need to get a new one. Well, I'm gonna have to measure what the length of each of the walls are to find out the perimeter of the whole room so that I can get enough skirting board to cover the whole room. Okay, we're not done until we're done. That's the answer. Right, what about this? I've got now a rectangle. Okay, this side of the rectangle is 12 centimeters. This side of my rectangle is 5 centimeters. What is the perimeter of my whole rectangle? What is the perimeter of the whole rectangle? What do you think? Come on, guys. I only want answers that are to do with maths. Well done, Omar. Very good. Joyton, Bibi, that is not a maths answer, is it? So what are you going to do? Saying, can you type it once, please? That's basic etiquette on here. Alicine has gone for 34 centimeters. She's the first one to give me one with the units of measure. So it's the first one that could be correct. Harris, well done. Omar, good. Hussein, you don't have any centimeters on there, so it's not a correct answer. Oh, yeah, we've got people starting to fill this up. Abdi Saeed, can you make sure you only comment once, please? It's okay, Hussein. Don't worry, you don't need to apologize. Yeah, well done, Doha. I know you're here. Good girl. Yeah. What else have we got? I am confused. Don't worry. Let's have a look. This is a rectangle. If this is 12 centimeters, that means that this must also be 12 centimeters. If this is 5 centimeters, this must also be 5 centimeters. So from here to here is 12. From here to here is 12. So 12 and 12, that's 24. I'm going to cross those two out. So I've done that. Now what have I got left? I've got 5 and 5. 5 and 5 are 10. So this is going to be 34 centimeters. Basically, I've done 12, add 12 is 24. 5 and 5 is 10. 24 add 10 is 34. That's how I would do it. Now, if I just put 34, it would be wrong. It's important to put 34 centimeters at the end. Now, this is what we were moving on to looking at on Friday's lesson, but I know it got a little bit of glitchy, so it was hard to read. We were looking at shapes where a part of it is missing. So a little part of it is missing. And what we need to do is work out what is missing. We're going to do a little bit of maths to calculate what could that missing length be. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to start nice and easy. I'm going to have a shape as simple as this, and I'm going to tell you that the length of this here is 8, the length of this here is 6, the length of this here is 10, and the length of this here is 5. I'm going to put my units of measure, they're on meters. Maybe this is a house that I'm building. Okay. So I have given you the measurements here, but there are 2 missing measurements. We can't calculate it properly until we know what the missing measurements are. Okay, it won't really matter for this shape, but it'll matter when we get to a more complicated shape. So let's have a look. What I need to know is what is this? Okay, so I'm going to call this here A, and then also what is this? This here is B. What are those 2 lengths? What is the length of A and what is the length of B, I wonder? Do you know? How are you going to solve that? Got some ideas coming in here. Hi, Ayana. Some ideas coming in, but what could A and B be? What might be the length of both of those? Tricky, huh? Well, let's have a look. Some of you are starting to get your answers in, which is really good. I know that from here to here is 8 centimeters, okay? This and this is 6 centimeters. So this must be 8 minus 6. Okay, so what is the difference between 8 and 6? 8 minus 6, this here must be 2 centimeters. Let's just check. Let's imagine I did a dotted line and built my whole rectangle out. Okay, that is 8, which means that from here to here must be 8 centimeters. So 8, take away 6, the bit that's left there is 2 centimeters. A must equal 2 centimeters. Let's have a look here at B. What must this bit here be? Well, if this is 10 and that is 5, 10 minus 5 is 5. That must be 5 centimeters. Now, it doesn't really make a difference to the whole overall perimeter. In the next shape, it's going to be really important. Good morning, Mr. Keeling. Lovely to see you here. So let's have a look. Wait, is Mr. Keeling even here, or are you just saying hello to Mr. Keeling, imagining that it's me? Oh, he is there. Very good. So let's have a look at the whole thing. You're going to see why it's important to do this when we get to a slightly different shape. So I've got 8 and 8. Well, that is 16. And then I've got 10. 5 and 5 is 10. Well, that is going to be 26, I think. Let me just double check this. 5 and 5 is 10. Yeah. 10 is 20. 8 and 8 is 16. So it's 36 centimeters. Okay. Tell you what, let's have a look at a slightly different one then, because I feel like I confused myself by talking too much there, which often happens to me, you know, especially as I'm getting older. I start talking and then I start to get confused and I forget what I was talking about. Let's go and have a look at a slightly different shape. And your job, don't worry so much about the perimeter, but I want you to work out what are the missing lengths on the shape. What are the missing lengths on the shape? So this is going to be my new shape. I'm going to draw it nice and big for you, okay? Ooh, this is an interesting shape here. Right. I'm going to tell you that this bottom length from here all the way over to here, this is going to be 8 centimeters. Ooh, 8 centimeters. This from here down to here, this is going to be 6 centimeters. Interesting. Now, from here down to here, this is 3 centimeters. From here to here, that is 2 centimeters. And from here to here, that is 2 centimeters. Now, I am missing some lengths, aren't I? What is the length of this here? Ooh, what is the length of that there? That is A. A is super easy. That is B. B is a little bit more complicated. What are the missing lengths on that shape? Can you work out what those missing... Oh, an irregular octagon, says Samuel. Let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Samuel, you are absolutely correct. Have a thumbs up. Congratulations. Irregular octagon. Wow, love that knowledge. That is fantastic. So look, we've got A. What is the length of A? I wonder. We've got B here. What is the length of B? How on earth am I going to work it out? Someone's gone for B being 5. Well, let's see. Someone's gone for A being 3, B being 4. Oh, anyone else want to have a little go at trying to answer? What could it be? I want to see a few more answers. I want those brains to start ticking. Have a little go. It doesn't matter if you don't get it right. Who cares? All I care about is that you try. What do we got? What do we got? Heyman, A and B is 3. You think both are 3, do you? Ooh, look at all these answers popping in now. They're flying in. Well, A is the easy one. A is the same length as that, so that's going to be 3 centimeters. Okay, I've got that one. Now B, this is trickier. How am I going to answer B? Well, I know that from, let's get rid of that mass. I know that from here all the way to here is 8 centimeters. I know that that's 2 and that's 2, so I've got 4 centimeters there. So this must be 8 minus 2 minus 2, or 8 minus 4. This here, B, must equal 4 centimeters. Because look, let's check that whole length now. We've got 2, add 4 is 6, add another 2 is 8. Yeah, that means that from here all the way across to there is 8 centimeters. Okay? I knew that this bottom one was 8. I knew that these two made 4. So what was missing? It must be another 4 because it would have to equal 8 altogether, right? Then if I was going to work out the perimeter of the whole thing, well, I've got 6 and 6. Those two make 12 centimeters, plus another 8, which is 20, plus what we got here, 2, 4, 2, plus another 8, which gets me to 28 centimeters. I'm not finished because I've now got these two 3s. 3 and 3 is 6. So this would be 34, oh, I can't even write properly, 34 centimeters, okay, all the way around. Let's try one other shape like that, and then I'll tell you what, we'll move off this. And then what we're going to start looking at maybe next lesson is some area stuff. I'm going to create another shape with some missing parts, and it's going to be your job to work out what are the missing lengths in the shape. So I'm going to have a shape that looks a bit like, oh my goodness, I don't even know how to draw it or whether this is going to be easy. It's probably going to be really complicated, isn't it? Oh my goodness, what am I doing to myself? No, that's going to be too complicated. Let's make it nice and easy. I know what we'll do. We'll have this shape in. Okay, now, this, I wish I hadn't done this. This is going to be 3 meters from here to here, okay? This is 3 meters from here to here. This here, this should be an easy one now. 2 meters from here to here. Do you know what? It's going to be a little bit too complicated. I'm going to go for an even easier one than this, and you're just going to tell me what the angles are. You can see me thinking out loud here and not doing a very good job. Right. I'm going to go back for this shape, all right, and you're just going to fill in the missing lengths for me. So this here is going to be 10 centimeters. I'm going to tell you that from here down to here, that is 4 centimeters. From here to here, that is 12 centimeters. From here to here, that is 3. This here is another 3 centimeters. Okay, so your job to find out is what does, oh, all right, let's get rid of that. What does this one here equal? So this is A. And then what does this here equal? B. You should be able to answer both of these. Okay, so back to concentrating. I had a little second not focusing there for a second, but now we're back on it. Right, we've got a new shape. We've got loads of angles, so we've got loads of sides and the lengths of each of them. So this here is 10 centimeters from here to here. That part there is 4 centimeters. This is all 12 centimeters. That is 3. That is 3. So I need to know what is this part here and what is this part here. What is A and what is B? Some people saying, I don't know, but guess what? You can work it all out. I'll talk some ideas through to you, but I want you to have a go at answering it. You know that this is 10 centimeters, okay? And you know that from here to here is 4 centimeters. So if from here to here is 10, and that much is 4, what must that part be? Okay, that's basically what is 10 minus 4. That's going to work out A for you, isn't it? And then if I know that from here to here is 12, well, from here to here is 3, from here to 3 is another 3, so that is 6. What must the remaining part be? So what is the difference between 12 and 6? So I reckon you can do this if you try. I realize it's a little bit more complicated, but I reckon if you have a go, you should be able to answer these. Hi, Muska and Sultan and people. Focus on this then. Zayn, got the answer? Yeah, Miss Duncan, thanks for helping me. Good, Sultan. What are we thinking? So we know that this is 10 centimeters. If that part there is 4 centimeters, what must the remaining part be? Good. Oh yeah, answers coming in thick and fast now that your brains are switching on and thinking about it. Yeah, don't worry about how I've drawn it. My scale is not to scale. Only worry about the numbers. Don't worry about what my drawing looks like. If it looks shorter or longer, that doesn't matter. It's actually a really important thing to remember for when you get to an exam. The scale will not be right. I remember doing that as a kid where I would get a ruler out and measure it and think, well, it can't do that because it's longer. But don't think about the scale of my drawing. Only focus on the actual numbers. Right, people are doing it. So A must be 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6 centimeters. A must be 6 centimeters. Nice one. Now, what is B? Well, we've got 12 here. 12 minus 3 is 9. Minus another 3 is 6. Brilliant. That must be 6 centimeters. Oh my goodness. They both came to 6 centimeters. All right. We'll get there slowly and surely. Don't worry. We're doing lots of work on measurement. We're going to put a little bit more work up on this in perimeter as time goes on. Might be a bit easier when you see it on a piece of paper in front of you. Well, don't worry. It's coming. We've got a whole series of length and measure perimeter work coming up. What I'm going to start doing over this week is we're going to start looking at the area. So we now know what the perimeter is because we know all the outside of the shape. But how much space is on the inside of this? Ooh. Well, that will be tomorrow's lesson and what we're looking at. So if you want to do a little bit of research to find out how do you find the area of regular shapes, well, that will be great for me. In fact, we're only going to be doing quadrilaterals to start with. So how I can find the area of a square or how I can find the area of a rectangle, for example, that would be some good research. You can go and find out how to do this. As Miss Duncan says, yes, for the boys in 3J, you've got Google Classroom Meet after this. Okay, boys in 3J, Google Classroom Meet after this. Miss Duncan has a 3D Classroom Meet after this as well. Right, English. I know exactly what we're doing for English. Now, oh my goodness, how great have our Gangster Granny readings been. I have been absolutely transfixed by the incredible tones of Miss Duncan as she guides us through a wonder world of Gangster Granny. Absolutely fantastic. Written by David Walliams, of course. You've hopefully all been listening to those stories. We're now on to chapter 11. Can you believe it? That's how far we've been getting. Chapter 11. And what I've asked you to do as your homework for tomorrow is to write a character description for each of the main characters, okay? We'll be looking at doing a character description for the main, the Gangster Granny things are so fantastic, aren't they? Yeah, go and watch them now. Aren't they brilliant? I totally agree with you. Look at all these fantastic comments coming through. Miss Duncan used to do another story. She really does. So we've been doing these character descriptions. Now, I would like to do a little character description of a character. I was going to do, I'll tell you what I'll do. I was going to print out a picture of him and I totally forgot to. I was going to do SpongeBob SquarePants as my character description. Here he is, SpongeBob. Now you can't do SpongeBob SquarePants because you're going to do a character from, I can't draw hands very well. Here's my SpongeBob. Not sure it's a very good SpongeBob, but you get the gist. What we're going to do is I'd like you to do a drawing of your character, okay? So you're going to do a drawing of the character. So it could be Mum, Dad, it could be Raj, it could be Ben, it could be Grandma. It's totally up to you, Granny, sorry. And then I would like you to do some details about them. So for example, if I was going to do a character description, one thing I would want is I would have name. So name, SpongeBob is his name, SpongeBob. Can you see here, I've used the colon, the 2 dots before I write it. Age, I don't actually know his age, but maybe if you read carefully, you can find out what Granny or Ben's age. I think it says at the very start of the story what their age is. You can say where do they live. So I might have something like location. And I might have where it's Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob, isn't it? I don't quite know how to spell bikini, but I'm going to say pineapple, comma, under the sea. Okay, so bikini bottom, pineapple under the sea. And then I'd like a little bit of a description for your character. Okay, so for SpongeBob, I might have a list of, yes, I know it doesn't look like SpongeBob. I'm not saying I'm an artist. For a description, I might have things like jolly, kind, supportive, thoughtful, caring. In fact, I'm going to change this one to personality. And then I might have, physical appearance. Okay, appearance, and then I might have yellow, obviously, spongy, rectangular, and so on. I'm not looking in the reading for full sentences, actually. I just want a little character description. In it, I want name, I want age, I want their location. I would like to know about their personality, and I'd like to know about their appearance. So, for example, the personality of Raj is going to be very different to the personality of Ben, isn't it? Yeah, Ben being a thoughtful, kind young boy. Raj, of course, being a little bit of a money grabber, isn't he? Yeah, he's always wanting the best deal on things. However, he is kind and supportive. There are little differences between them, though. There's obviously a difference between mum and dad, aren't there? So we can match. We would have a lot of different adjectives to describe their personalities. There are also physical appearances. Granny looks very different to young Ben, doesn't he? Yeah, Granny with her grey curly hair, her slightly hunched back. Ben, of course, being young and short, fresh-faced. So I would like as many adjectives that are going to describe both their personality and their appearance. Personality is the kind of person you are, what your character is like. You know, are you a jolly, happy kind of person? Are you positive about stuff? That's different to your appearance. So my appearance might be different. I might be a wrinkly appearance, old, beardy, hairy kind of look. Yeah, so the appearance is the way you appear, is what you look like. Your personality is your character. Yeah, so if I was using SpongeBob, I might have SpongeBob and Squidward. They would have very different personalities, wouldn't they? They've also got incredibly different appearances. But appearance and personality are two separate things. So for your reading task, go and have a little look on it. You're going to have chapter 11 read to you by the fantastic Mr. Duncan. And then you're going to make a character description. I want a picture of the character that you're going to draw. I want their name, where they're from, their age. I want a difference between personality and appearance. These are the two key ones that I want you to separate. And think about what different adjectives you would have. For appearance, you might want to use little similes. You might have, you could for personality also have metaphors, couldn't you? Yeah, she's like a rock. Well, what does that mean? She's dependable, she's honest, she's trustworthy. Ben is a star. That would be a good metaphor, wouldn't it? Yeah, because he's always there to help and support his grandma. Good. Let's have a little look at the chat and how it's going on. Lots of lovely conversations and things. Now, we've spoken loads about maths and perimeter. Yeah, the distance around the outside of the shape. You know how I want to set up your reading, which is for your task today. So go and have a little look on the Year 3 class page. Remember, when we do the register, we go into Google Classroom to do the register. Yeah, Google Classroom to do the register. I know there's a register on the class page, but you're using Google Classroom to do your registers each day. Nobody has a problem accessing Google Classroom anymore. Well done to all those people who did the quiz last week. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to let you go now if you want. Remember, 3J boys, you need to come and join at 11 o'clock. If you're in 3D with Miss Duncan, you need to go and join at 11 o'clock as well. So 3D and 3J boys, you need to make sure you go to Google Classroom after this so that you can log on. If you're going to do Freddy, that's absolutely fine. Squidward is a little bit SpongeBob's friends, and he hates him too. Yeah, they don't get on well with each other, but actually they need each other, don't they? I think Squidward would be absolutely at a loss without having him. Yeah, Miss Cho has just said, can you go into Google Classroom to do the register? Who won? You'll have to go onto the Year 3 page and go and have a look to hear it. I can't remember. I think Attic Hussein won. There was 2 other people. I'm really sorry. I've totally forgotten who won. But well done to those of you who did win. Bye. If you want to go, that's absolutely fine. Me, I know you won one, Attic. I can't remember who the other 2 were. I feel really bad that I have forgotten. Ava, what does a Krabby Patty taste like? Delicious. It's fatty, it's juicy, it's the most mouth-watering taste sensation you can imagine. A mixture of savory and sweet. The protein of the meat is nestled. On top of it is a layer of cheese that melts slowly into it. 2 beautifully plucked buns secure it with a little bit of lettuce and tomato, and it's one of the most mouth-wateringly delicious things. And you don't want your mouth to water whilst you're in the sea, do you? My goodness. So can we have our boys meeting? Yeah, we're going to do that at 11 o'clock. I've just said that. So get yourself 3J boys onto. Goodbye to everybody. Well done for turning up. We'll go into a little bit more detail and be a bit more focused tomorrow. Taslima, I don't know how to use Google Classroom, sir. Really? At this point? My goodness. What class are you in, Taslima? What classroom? Miss Jordan, next time, please say who you actually are for my verification and safety. It was Santa Claus, Attic, I told you. I don't know about 3C. Miss Choke might be on here. Taslima, 5F. I don't know what year 5 are doing with Google Classroom. I think Miss Freeman's been using Google Classroom. So what you need to do, have you sent an email to Miss Freeman, Taslima? That'd be the first thing that I would do, to ask her for your code. You just go onto classroom.google.com. So you go classroom.google.com, and then you enter your normal, you put your school email address and your password in, and it should work, Taslima. If you're in 5F, I don't think there's any reason why you wouldn't be doing it. So try logging on normally, put your email address. Good morning, miss, how are you?
I'm fine.
We're all with them.
We're
doing a live stream. It's the end. I'll say goodbye, so a load have gone. But there's 43 left, so you can say a little hello to the.
Where are you? Hello, everyone. I hope you're watching my videos as well. Not that you're probably in here too. No, you're not. So.
We're allowed. We watch them. We watch them.
Yeah, a bit of revision.
Bit of RE.
Your thing was brilliant. So.
Oh, thanks, miss. I'll come and chat to you in a bit. They're all saying hello. It's gone now. It's too late. Does 3C have a meeting? I don't know. I'll ask Miss Cho. It's worth going onto Google Classroom. If you want to find your meeting, just go onto Google Classroom and find out. All right, guys. I'm off. So goodbye now. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. We're going to get up. We're going to have a lesson. We're going to learn about area of shapes. We're going to do something exciting in English, something a little bit different, I think. I need to work out what it's going to be, but we'll do something a bit different. Hopefully there'll be snow. Maybe we can play in the snow again. That would be great. Look forward. Attic, don't forget. Sultan, don't forget. Come into the Google Classroom live stream. Yeah, 3J boys. Any of you here, make sure you do it. I was on Google Classroom, then Miss screamed. I got scared. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.